What is up, my ninja? It is your boy Dan, and I am heading to the gym. I just got back from Austin last night at 9 p.m. and it is currently 1 o'clock, and I am heading to the gym. I have had no food in my stomach. I just drank 2 liters of water in the morning. I got a lot of work done while I was woken up, and I actually got on some calls with clients as well. Checked up on some clients, and we are going into the gym to do a fasted workout. And today we got deadlifts, and we got front squats, then we got Bulgarian split squats, and then we got some neck training. So I'm going to be doing some neck pulls, and then I'm going to be doing some shrugs. So let's cut to the montage of the workout. All right, we are heading home, and in today's workout, I actually made some PRs today. So, damn, I just saw the deadlift. I did double body weights. I finally got back to double body weight deadlifts. Again, this is I'm just an average Asian dude at 39 years old, and I got myself back up to double body weight motherfucking deadlifts. Still going up on my front squats. My Bulgarian split squats still going up, and my neck training is really filling out my neck, really filling out my traps. I can't wait to show you the progress. And in today's video, I want to show you how to travel and still get mother flipping lean. All right, and my hair is, oh god, I gotta fix my hair up. But I want to show you about 4 to 5 in the trenches secrets to staying lean when you're traveling, especially when you're traveling on business. Okay, not when you're traveling on vacation, that's a different beast, but when you're traveling on business, I'm gonna show you what to do. We're gonna go to my house right now. I'm gonna be cooking up some chicken, and let's get to the video. What is going on? We are in my kitchen, and I'm about to cook some chicken and some Brussels sprouts. And I do my chicken and Brussels sprouts in a way that's just like super awesome. I just bake everything, super easy. The vegetables taste great that way. And I have some nice, awesome chicken in my body as a result. And I want to share with you about, I'm gonna say 4 to 5 tips to stay lean while you're traveling. And traveling gives you so much complications to your cutting journey. Okay, so to give you context, I'm cutting for a photo shoot. I'm getting myself into my single-digit body fat by, I would say, mid to late June. And then I had this trip that I was going to Austin, and as you know about Austin or even Texas, their barbecue is just out of the world. And I'm not gonna say that I stopped eating I didn't eat barbecue, because I fucking did. So thing is, I got back from Austin at 9 p.m. I weighed myself today, and I was actually just up 0.2 pounds from that trip. But also, what I found was I was actually down about 0.2 inches from my waist. So I was pretty aware of what I was eating while I was in Austin, and I did a couple of things in and out of the whole trip to make sure that I stayed lean. So I'm gonna share with you some tips that may be super simple, but to you, they're gonna be pretty good in giving you a checklist of what to do when you're traveling and when you're trying to cut. All right, so number 1 is, just like I said in the last video, I tracked every single one of my macros, but I also did one thing. I overestimated the amount of calories I was taking in because I was eating out. I didn't necessarily prepare a lot of food, even though I had an Airbnb, because I was out with pretty much like my mastermind members, and we were going out to barbecue. We were going out to pretty much eat at Chipotle. And yes, when I was tracking these calories and macros, I was making sure that I was overestimating the amount of calories and macros I was taking in. Also, it just, when you track, it just makes you aware of what you're putting into your bodies. Because especially at conferences, you can just like snack incessantly, and you won't really track what you put into your body, and lo and behold, everything is going to come out to about one entire meal, if not more than that, especially with the type of snacks that they provide at these conferences. Like at the conference I was at, they were providing Lara bars, they were providing these beef jerky sticks, I think they were called Epic bars. And then we don't realize that, you know, Lara bars alone are like 250 calories per. You know, if you're thinking about a meal, that's almost like half a meal. Like that's, whenever I eat like chicken, that's like half of like a meal of chicken kind of thing. So you have to track what you're putting into your body, bar none. Okay, so that is number one, first and foremost. And if you're not tracking, you're just guessing, and the human memory is incredibly fallible. So track like a motherfucker. All right, so next tip is I made sure I hit up, I was there from Thursday to Sunday, and I made sure I hit up at least 2 workouts a week. And I did that for a very specific reason, because I did not want to lose any strength while I was on vacation, or not vacation, but while I was traveling. And anytime you lose strength, then you can be almost certain that you're kind of losing muscle at the same time. I'm dieting pretty much like at a 500 calorie deficit right now, so I need to keep on, if not build as much muscle as I can. And every single workout on a deficit counts. It counts so much. So whenever you're traveling, or even like if you're not traveling, never miss a workout, because if you're dieting down, you need every single workout to maintain that muscle. You need every single workout to build muscle, and muscle is going to make your body show out. It's going to make your body look better, but it's also going to make sure that you keep that metabolism, you know, humming at an all-time high. They actually say that 1 pound of muscle equals about 30 to 50 calories burned. So you need all those extra calories as much as possible. So I made sure that I did whatever I could, whether it's like, I remember one day I worked out at like 7:30 p.m. at night, which I never do. I hate going to the gym at night, but I did it anyways just to keep up with my workouts. And it was the worst workout I've ever done, but it was the best workout I've ever done because I pushed myself to go, and that was a leg workout too. It sucked, but it was so good. The next workout I did was an upper body push, which was at 7 a.m. in the morning on our last day there. And I did it completely fasted with a little bit of coffee in my stomach, and I actually PR'd on my incline bench. I did 205 on my incline bench. I wish the guy that was like videoing me, I wish I had someone to video with me so I can like actually have that on video. So yes, I actually PR'd. I hit some really good lifts while I was in that morning session. So always make sure that you're hitting up your workouts even while you're traveling. Find the time to do it, okay? And number 3, oh man. Okay, this is what happens when you fast for a little bit too long. So number 3 is I made sure that I kept up my water intake while I was traveling. So I drink 1 liter of water right upon waking, and thankfully at my Airbnb they had a filter where I was able to pretty much like just gulp down 1 liter of water while I like do my morning routine and while I journal. And then while I had my second coffee, and I actually drank my 2nd liter of water, and I just kept up that routine, because most times people don't realize that yes, water is great at suppressing the appetite, but water is also good at keeping your focus up, keeping your energy up. And a lot of times when you're feeling hungry, it actually has a lot to do with, could be dehydration, but it also could be like lack of energy. It also could be a lack of focus. You're just like kind of spacing out a little bit. So water actually keeps you nice and energized and focused. And again, it's great for suppressing your appetite. And number 4, the 4th thing that I have to say really contributed to me staying lean. I actually feel like I got like a lot leaner by the time I got back to home, is I did something that most people tell you not to do, which is I removed a meal from my meal schedule. Okay, so I usually eat about 3 meals a day and maybe like a snack, or not a snack, but like a fruit in between. And what I did was, because I was overestimating my calories, I made sure I just ate about like 2 meals for that day. And yes, the first meal was probably Chipotle, like on the conference days. The second meal was wherever we were eating that night, and we had some really good barbecue. If you're in Austin, Rudy's Barbecue, boom, so good. But I removed a meal because of also the fact that I was snacking while I was at the conference, and usually snacking amounts to 1 entire meal total. I remember I tracked my macros while I was eating these snacks, and I had a Lara bar, I had an Epic bar, and I think I had like some sort of like weird like shake type protein thing that they had there, and it amounted literally to one entire meal that I usually eat. So I just removed one big whole meal from my diet, and it's not really that bad once you start getting used to it. You know, this is kind of an advanced step, but I removed a meal from what I was doing, and now I'm here in my kitchen in Toronto. I have some semblance of normalcy, and I am ready. I'm like hitting, I actually have a weight of about 173.2, and hopefully by this week it'll be around the 172s. By the next week, hopefully it'll be around 171s, 170s. And I actually have an upcoming trip to Barbados where I'm gonna be implementing the same tips that I just talked about right now. And yes, almost there at the photo shoot. And take these tips and take these as a checklist the next time that you go and travel. All right, so if you got some value out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you just liked and subscribed to the video, because damn, I'm getting ready for this photo shoot, and I'm pretty sure that if you want to cut down for the summer, then you can use a couple of the tactics and tools that I'm using to get lean as possible. And I'm just a normal, average Asian guy who's 39 years old, who doesn't have the greatest genetics, and literally, if I can use these tactics to make my body into the leanest body ever that I've ever had, and make my body the strongest that I've ever been, then you can too. So like this video, subscribe to it, and I will talk to you soon, my ninja. Peace.